Carrots?
It's not gonna do much.
I've never seen you eat carrots.
Dude, I love carrots. You know what's weird is that it's blue, but it says carrots.
You would think this way would be orange.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be orange, but it's not.
But it's blue.
I know there's a bunch of questions that I haven't asked you, so I'm excited. But okay, one thing that we were talking about in the car, and I'm gonna bring it back because I thought it was interesting. You said that, and this is something you've told me for a while now. You were like saying how you want to leave your job. Why?
I feel like since I'm a small person, this work is more like labor, and you know, my
when you say small, you mean like physically?
Physically.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of heavy lifting, like drywalls, buckets. They each weigh like about 60, 80 pounds. The board's like 200. Why I want to leave the job is basically because my boss is a total ass.
Yeah.
He's a total ass.
Yeah.
Cursing's fine, right?
No, you can say whatever you want. Free for all, dude.
My boss is a total ass. Like, I'm pretty sure because he runs business. He's management of materials and everything. But I'm pretty sure that he has not, for a good while, worked in that field.
Yeah.
Like the rest of, it's mostly Latinos, Hispanics working in that area. Working labor costs a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It costs you, getting cramps, sores, bad backs and bones and all that. Each person that, I'm being the boss of for the day tells me you should go back to school.
Yeah.
So I will go back to school, but like I'm leaving my job because I want to go back to school. It takes up a lot of my time. It completely drains my energy. I'm getting like
so you don't like it? It sounds like you don't like it.
Makes good money. I do it because it makes good money.
That's why.
Yeah.
But you don't like it.
Sometimes there's long, hard work days. Sometimes it's chill. Like for instance, I didn't get a text for work until 7:30. So I got up, got ready, left at 8, went to go eat breakfast, didn't get to the work until 9:30ish. And it was just drywall repairs, touch-ups, filling in the cracks with caulking, like like big cracks across the wall or ceiling or whatever. It's like a big house and it's everywhere. And it's not a lot of work, it's just a process to go. Like repairs, you gotta find wood to put in the back, drill in the screws so that when you put the sheetrock, it holds in place. And you put tape, you mud it with quickset mud so it could dry fast, and then maybe a second coat so the tape won't seep, and so it could be like evened out on the wall so there wouldn't be a bump. And then you put the last coating, like the regular mud, just to smooth it out, make it look nice.
So that's easy for you?
Yeah, that's easy for me.
Jesus.
Like I said, it's process. It takes like mixing the mud because it's water, and then the polvo from the quickset. You add it, you mix it, and it's just like I've been doing it for a good while. Yeah. So till now, it just hurts every time I do it. Even when I brush my teeth, I sometimes get cramps.
Damn. What does your dad think about you leaving the job? Or what your parents? Do they want you to leave, or are they kind of like, yeah, go back to school, or what?
They're kind of like both. For instance, my mom is like, go back to school, and like, but she's surprised on how much money I'm making.
Yeah. Do you think what's been holding you back is the fact that you're making a lot of money? Because I feel like for me, when I was at the warehouse and I was getting like checks like for $1,000, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It felt really good, and I was just like constantly blowing my money and spending it and going out, buying food, buying clothes, concerts or whatever. And I feel like I was getting caught up with that, but like mentally and physically, I wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
Is that happening with you too?
Yeah, like money, like everyone, like money goes around the world.
Right.
Money is not true happiness, but it opens opportunities for happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll buy you food, clothes,
right.
All that. But also, money also opens doors for the negatives. So like, it can buy you alcohol, it can buy you drugs. You know, with money having, you know, in your pocket, you'd be like, I have money.
Yeah.
See what I'm gonna spend it on. It's you know, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah.
The money is good. There is good assets in working in management, in the business, but the labor does kill you, for sure.
For sure. What do you think for you? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? There's this, okay. So you know how in high school, I wasn't the best student. I wasn't giving it my all. And I was just striving for that high school diploma. Like, let's say 92%, 95%, 90% of the high schoolers graduate with a diploma on time. And for me to stay another year just to get something that almost everybody did kind of put me down. So after I got my high school diploma, I was happy. My parents were happy, they were proud of me. They've never said anything to me like that before. But after I got my diploma, I was like, okay, so what's next? Because all I was thinking in my head was going for that diploma. I didn't really set up any plans or any motives for college or for my future or something that I would want to do, or even a work. I didn't know what work I would do. So that was just something that I was like at my very lowest. Even when I accomplished something very high, in my eyes with the high school diploma, I still felt like I was at like my lowest point in my life, because there was nothing else for me after my diploma, because I didn't have anything else after that, because I didn't think I was capable of doing anything else, because like I said, in high school I was not the smartest. I was made bad decisions, and it was a really bad habit. But when I was at my lowest point, I was introduced from my church FCA soccer, and that's basically where you coach the kids how to play soccer, even for the beginners. And also we talk about, you know, the Bible. So we basically teach these kids how to be right with their life, not just on the field, on the soccer field, but with life as well. And, you know, connecting with those kids, like, they remind me of me, because they go through, you know, they're in a rough environment that they live in. And I was in a rough environment as well. But it reminded me of them, and I wanted to help them. I wanted to make sure they do good in school, that they are good as people, you know. Being someone who's just very humbling and very, you know, honest to themselves and to others. And weeks and weeks gone by with the practices with the kids, and it's just, you know, that connection with the kids. I basically started growing relationships and everything with the kids and the coaches, and that's when everything turned around to my lowest point to my highest. And now I'm just like, all right, in my head, always positive, always tell yourself you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you actually put in the effort and the mentality of doing good in that, in anything you want, to be honest. It will take time, you will go through obstacles, this and that, but you just gotta keep on going.
So do you think you're finding happiness through, like, setting goals, like graduating, helping these kids out, doing that business stuff?
Setting goals and plans and futures for myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go back to school. Most likely air conditioning, business management, or filming. So I have 3 doors basically, and those 3 doors can open more doors. So to me, I do feel happy.
It sounds like you're just mentally matured a lot more from, like, the time you graduated to now, right? So you've done a lot. I mean, you have done a lot since then. How would you define success? Like, what does success mean to you?
Success can be honestly measured in any level, as in something small, such as winning a soccer game, finishing, let's say at my job, I finished my work on time, and that's what's supposed to be on the schedule. That's being successful, doing a work that you've accomplished for that day. And you know, a long day of work, I finished it, I felt productive, I felt like I did what, you know, I could.
Do you think it's setting goals for yourself and following through with them from start to finish? That's what...
Setting goals for yourself is basically the first, you know, step to take being successful. And then, you know, success can come at any rate. It can be different mindsets and different perspective from each person. Success also can even be, let's say, family related. You cherish your family, everybody does. And just having that strong foundation with your mom, dad, your brother, sister, whatever relative. Yeah. Being successful, you know, family oriented, being successful in your heart. No. Because they'll always be with you, always be there for you.
One question that I've asked all you guys, and I've never asked you, so I'm gonna, you know, take it in as you say it out loud. Do you think, and this is two questions, do you think we have a purpose in life? And if you do, have you found your purpose?
Do we have a purpose in life? See, this gets interesting because this is my eyes, this is my perspective and my brain.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say this. I do follow up with the Bible, you know, going to church almost every Sunday and Friday. We do have a purpose in life itself, but it honestly, think about it, you know, mom, dad,
yeah.
How many sperms are there from that one shoot?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
And you're that bastard that made it.
That made it out.
That made it out. See, that's crazy, right?
Fuck. I know. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Yeah. The way you put it is like it's very simple.
It's very simple.
And it makes sense. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that one
sperm.
Right.
And how many times do guys masturbate? Right. You see, that's probably that one guy that was supposed to, like, what if there was a guy, he was good, we would have been great friends if that guy didn't masturbate, and he just waited till, like, let's say the next party where he meets his girl and whatever. We could have had, you know, another.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Another friend.
For real. Wow.
But I mean, you know.
Fuck, dude. I've never thought about it like that. And that makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah. You know, it's just a bunch of, you know, what ifs.
Like why I'm here.
And why.
Right.
You know, it's not really something, you know, true. Not, like, it's not facts, but it's something, you know, to think about.
Yeah,
you know.
for sure. Yeah.
But you do have a life. Every day is a blessing because you will not be promised a tomorrow. Excuse me. I had lunch like a few hours ago. I had late lunch. You just want to make sure every day counts as something. Every day you want to have a goal, something small to accomplish.
So what about you?
Me right now.
You're saying it was cheesy. What is it? It sounds like you know what it is. Or it sounds like you know what your purpose in life is for right now.
For right now?
Yeah.
Because I read the Bible. And, you know, many of the things that a Christian have to do is spread the word of God.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Also with your testimony, like, let's say, you know, my testimony, basically the actions that I do. Helping other kids, making sure, you know, they obey, they motivate each other as a team, they help each other out, be kind, and all that. So, basically serving the Lord
Okay.
is one of my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, knowing God, I have faith in Him.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me purpose. It makes me want to keep going in life.
Okay. From today up until you're 27, in those 5 years, what do you hope to have done? What goals do you have for yourself in those 5 years? If you have any goals, what do you want to do within those 5 years? Anything.
In those 5 years, this is my number one. Finishing college,
Mm-hmm.
either for air conditioning
Mm-hmm.
or business management,
Mm-hmm.
for construction, more towards drywall.
Do you think you're letting go of the other stuff that you like filming and doing chef? Are you straying away from that? Because it sounds like you kind of are.
Well, right now I'm focusing on my work now because that's what makes my money. That's what pays my expenses.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I've always had in my head, if you don't know now, but sometimes in my notes, if I just randomly think of a story
Mm-hmm.
or a setting for anything
Mm-hmm.
to make a film,
Mm-hmm.
or any scenery I see outside in the community or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I write it down on my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Filming will most likely be, if not something for a career, but as a hobby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
anything that I come up with, any ideas, I sometimes write it on my notes.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm not letting go of that. Or maybe even be an actor.
Yeah.
Honestly, I never had really done acting,
Mm-hmm.
but I do love to see movies. That doesn't really say anything, but I watch how they perform.
Mm-hmm.
I watch character developments,
Yeah.
storylines,
Mm-hmm.
foreshadow, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'm just, really into the special effects and all
Mhm.
that. Or as, childhood, like
Mhm.
Transformers. Transformers is ass.
Right.
Like the last literally 3-4 movies. No, like the last 2 or 3 movies. It was ass. But making another one, I got a whole, Bumblebee, I got a whole entire different vibe from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling pretty good about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also because it's not filmed by Michael Bay.
Isn't John Cena in that movie? I think John Cena's in Bumblebee.
He is.
Which I'm skeptical about, because anytime John Cena's in a movie, I'm kind of like,
Like, I was thinking why not Dwayne Johnson?
Even then,
Really?
I don't like The Rock.
I like him.
But okay, so back to the whole 5 years thing. You definitely want to go back to college.
College.
What?
Finish college.
Okay.
Probably have even a few short films out.
Okay.
Having a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Married, probably even having a girl. Because I want to...
By 27, you want to be married?
Yeah.
Shit. What's next for you right now? Like something that you could probably do by the end of the year. Like, I know we were speaking 5 years away, but what's next for you right now? Like within this week, or again, like within the year.
Mm-hmm. This weekend is the finals for my team, for my U13.
Mm-hmm.
So, motivational words, position them correctly, have trust that they'll be able to work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
All that. I would like to win the U13 final.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that same group,
Mm-hmm.
I coached them when they were younger, when they were in U10,
Mm-hmm.
and they won 2 seasons back to back in the finals.
Shit.
I want to win the U13 final. I feel like we got it.
For real?
But let's see.
Well, I mean, hopefully it goes well, dude.
The team we're going against is my church team.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say Buford as my club
Yeah.
going against my church international.
Yeah. Fuck.
So I want to win. We're going to win that final. And that was a hot babe that just walked by. Yo, pause the camera, man.
Damn it.
She has slim body. Slim, thick, oh, your cute ass.
Well, that's it, dude. That's it. That's
That's
a
it.
wrap. How'd you feel about it?
I feel like you got, more about me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I definitely did.
Like, on a deep level too. You know?
Yeah, with all you guys.
Shout out to all my homies, Anthony, Jordy, Roberto, Marvin, Mariano, all in that order. Love you guys. You know, hope we can still be close in the long run as well. Be successful together.
For sure.
Drink together.